US and Iran talks have completely broken down. So bad that the Strait of Hormuz is going to be blocked by the US naval beginning 10 a.m. Eastern time. And that shows you how, this new leg of the US-Iran war, could really play out, which is you've got Iran blocking the strait, you've got US blocking the strait, you've got China, which, is a primary beneficiary of, the limited amount of oil that is flowing out of the strait, possibly coming in. That's what I'm watching. I'm watching for some sort of response from China. But right now, in terms of the increase in oil prices, that's dragging stocks lower. The problem here is that, U.S. gas prices have already, exceeded $4 a gallon, and in many places even higher than that. And that could be the beginning. $4 could be great if we look backwards. And the consequences for Americans as well as U.S. businesses could be very significant. So this drop that we are seeing this morning in stock futures could be a slippery slope that leads to even greater losses. Now, how long this blockade lasts will really determine how great of an impact this will be in the U.S. economy. We've been down this road before. We've seen how Trump has reacted to market movements and tried to bring some relief to the sell-off by promising that some sort of agreement or the Iran war will end. But right now, the military actions do not signal an improvement in towards the end of the war. In fact, it seems like things could worsen before they improve, which is why we're seeing stocks lower, we're seeing gold lower, we're seeing the US dollar firmer across the board, we're seeing oil prices higher. This is not a week where we have a lot of US data. We do have 10 Fed members speaking, but all of this is going to play a backseat to Middle East headlines and how this blockade is going to play out and whether there's going to be more aggressive military action in the region, and most importantly, in my eye, how China responds, because Trump is supposed to visit China and in May, and that could be at risk, given all of this that's happening. So keep an eye out for the headlines. It's going to continue to be a headline-driven market with risk to the downside and more losses unless and until we get some sort of positive negotiation headlines, which could come, because as I said earlier, Trump has been very sensitive to all of these movements in markets. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the comments below. I'm Lien with BK Traders. Have a great trading day.